Skate Nerd Scott back again, and I told y'all I'd be back with some heaters, and here we are. October 1998 issue of Thrasher, Hesh versus Fresh, Wade Spire versus Daewon Song. Ooh, you better believe we were excited to see this. When this hit the newsstands, there was no telling what could be inside. And you know what? I kind of forgot, so let's go through it and find out. Excuse me over there. Sorry, my cat is scratching at the floor around his bowl. All right, Chet Shoulders for Creature. Wow, we got Fresh Jive, the Blonde series. What does this have to do with skateboarding? I don't know. I have a feeling, though, from what I remember around this time, selling sex to sell skateboards was real popular. So I do not think this is going to be the last naked woman or half naked woman that we see. Yeah, stickers, posters, and info, send $1 to Neil Friedman in Hollywood. All right, so so you could just send $1 to some dude running Fresh Drive out of his apartment in Hollywood. This is insane. You would think that they were some big operation, almost corporate. Apparently they were not. Ronnie Krieger, however you want to say his name, with a pop shove it. Unusual for Ronnie. Already my prophecy is coming true. She's got a skateboard resting grip side on her chest. That cannot be comfortable. Everlast, Whitey Ford Sings the Blues. Oof, that album blew up. Not so popular with skaters, though. The Girl Resource Library. Interesting concept. The infamous Muska ad. DJ Muska in the house. He's not, I don't think he's really doing anything. I'm calling bullshit on this ad. Vans, kind of struggling around this time, I think. Phil the Dream. Hot Video. Dustin Dolan for Stereo. That's nice. I saw him at a deluxe demo in 98. He looked like a little kid. I don't think he was a little kid. He was about my age, but he looked like a little kid. And Jeff Rowley for Volcom. Nollie Hard Flip. Fakey Flip. Frontside Half Cat Flip. Nollie Backside Flip. Just all probably in one session. Adam McNatt for Rex Shoes. These shoes were so bad, but for some reason, I remember they kind of blew up, and they didn't last very long. The shoe company did not last very long, but a surprising number of people wore their shoes. I know I had a few pairs. They were almost like a price point brand. They were not as expensive as pretty much anything else. Something was working for them for a hot minute, probably like a year. Undergirl. Oh, what is going on? What is this? Last year's shit, this year's shit. Nothing. Is this real? Jinko, 1998. Yeah, they were blowing up, but only with the mall crowd. Most skateboarders did not wear Jinkos, own a pair of Jinkos. Jinko wasn't really like on people's radar, even though it's like such a symbol for this late 90s, early 2000s, like skateboarding image. Skateboarding as a whole did not want much to do with Jinko. Like, yeah, Sage Bulliard. Okay. They're very like vert forward with like these C-list vert guys. I can't even imagine like these vert guys with their pants flapping around. Look ridiculous. 6040 probably went out of business like 5 minutes after this ad. What is this concept? Kickwear Industries. Okay, more Jinko-like pants. Cheerleader going for this dude instead of the jocks, but the jock has the same fucking hair as this guy. It looks like the same dude. And then all these guys they're getting chased by high concept. They're trying to fit in too much. Felix Arguez, roll on grind. Whoa, that's fucking sick. Bill Weiss, get it, boy. Look at that. Peter Smolik for Black Magic doing a front blunt, just a front blunt on that rail that at the Blacy skates. Okay, there we go. One more. Sand Shoes, Australia. Wear shoes. Cool. Was any of this working for anyone? Tony T. That's a pretty sick transfer. Okay, here we go. Main event. Day one is up first. Oh, I remember this being pretty sick and pretty forward thinking for the time. Backside flip over to switch front crook the other side of the bench. Okay. I see a theme happening here. We saw that in 4-1-1. There's your standard switch nose blunt. A lot of kids want to be hard, and a lot of girls want to dress all trashy. I think it's the TV and groups like the Spice Girls that make people do that stuff. Wow, what a reductive, regressive, reactionary, conservative point of view for Day One. I'm not stoked on you, Day One. All right. Rare frontside flip over a rail. Rolling back heel off that one bump gap. That's kind of cool. Oh, here we go. He's stacking the picnic tables. He's leveling up pools. Wow, what a transition from Day One to pools. No skating. Okay, I can appreciate this. We got these different pool shapes, different companies. These logos, these mid-century modern logos are pretty cool. I'm very into those. But as far as Thrasher content, pass. Ooh, Titans of Tech, here we go. Reynolds, kickflip front board. Ronnie Krager again with a switchback tail. Okay. Ooh, Mark Johnson with that. Didn't he do the same thing for an A-Team ad? Okay, very smooth. God, R.I.P. Mark Johnson. Rob Wealth with a switch frontside blunt slide big spin. That's a frontside blunt slide. Front blunt big spin. York big spin. Yes. Flip ins and big spins. That's what Tech was all about. Willie Santos with a nollie nose grind, shove it on a bench. Who's that? Is that Brian Emmers? No, Aaron Snyder with a nollie shove 5-0 on a bench. These are kind of lower tier tricks, guys. I don't know. In 98, don't really know. Jeremy DeGlopper, backtail big spin. Yeah, those big spins out of stuff, though, were like kind of cutting edge. Even though that trick had been around a long time, it had fallen out of fashion. Around 1998, it started coming back. Combining it with other ledge tricks. Rob Welsh with this nose slide, nollie heel out. I remember studying this, trying to figure out how he did this, because it's like he pushes forward with both feet. Somehow pulls it off. Mike York again with a switch flip 5-0. Cairo Foster, nollie nose grind on Hubba. Dave Mayhew with his Dave Mayhew special trick. Ooh, Wade Spire. Okay, so this is going to be more of a reflection, a look back on Wade's career. Okay, that's a current one. That's back in 88. Back in Danville, where he's from. Early EMB, too. Look at that. That's sick. Wade Spire, crossing barriers. He's a Hesh dude, but he skated EMB from way back. Also, yeah, some of his spine and mini ramp skating is very technical. Yeah, some of the shit that he was doing back in 93, 94 on mini ramps was highly technical and super sick. Yeah, a lot of stylish, basic stuff, but we're getting a sense of his power, the power in his skating. Mark Johnson for Thunder. What is that? Just like a fakey 5-0. Both worlds, they look like a hardcore band too. What is that? The Donnas? Yeah, getting into the DC jersey era. I think I had a DC jersey at some point. Serial killer. Keeping with that weird theme of putting skateboards on body parts where they do not belong. She is licking the grip tape side of the skateboard. Neil Blender with a slappy. That's sick. Is that Wade again? Okay, so Wade Spire gapping out to 50 on this Hubba. God damn, that's fucking cool. That should have been a sequence in his section. I guess I'll take it surrounded by big-ass green bearings. Skate Mafia, some other incarnation. Some different Skate Mafia. That was a more tasteful DVS model, I remember. Oh, Gabriel Rodriguez, nice. Coin with his finger flip. Board slide. Diego Buccieri with that kickflip back tail at Hubba. Not to take anything away from him, because it was very sick. It just broke, a barrier flipping into Hubba and all, Hubba style ledges. But fuck if everybody would have rather seen Kalis or Kareem do that trick instead. Two guys who also tried the kickflip back tail at Hubba and reportedly came very, very close. Power ply with new steeper nose. Is it though? Is it? God damn, these boards were so flat. So what can we say about 1998 Thrasher and Hess versus Fresh? This is Thrasher reaching out and expanding a little bit because they were just definitely the more Hesh magazine where Transworld was tech. There was tech, SoCal tech. Thrasher was NorCal Hesh. So this is a kind of a transitionary period for Thrasher. They are reaching out and doing something a little bit different. And I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if was Burnett the photo editor at this time. I think that's about the time like things started to change and Thrasher started to get like a little bit cooler. So it's not only signifying Thrasher kind of wanting to change up their image a little bit, expand their market, but skateboarding's identity crisis. Did anybody know where skateboarding was going in 1998? Maybe Daewon did. I mean, Daewon would go on to stick around for a long time, and he's still around. Wade Spire, not so much. His section was kind of a retrospective. He was in the waning side of his career. So we are kind of, in a way, looking at the future and the past. As we know, like trends in skateboarding come and go. Hesh becomes cool and it fades out again. The same thing with Fresh, with the gear, with the style of skating. It's all cyclical. It all goes in phases. It's a snapshot. It's a moment in time. Skateboarding's minor identity crisis.